All right, years ago, I ran across this really interesting idea that stuck with me and played a big part when I started to reconceptualize my approach to training. And this was from the legendary powerlifting coach Marty Gallagher, who wrote about this idea of raising your floor instead of raising your ceiling. And what this means practically is prioritizing the development of your base and expanding what you're capable of doing with sub-maximal effort day in and day out instead of trying to constantly maximize your peak performance. And this can help create a sustainable practice and also makes peaking or preparing for specific challenges way safer and much more effective. And also, it's not just a concept that applies to someone looking to set a PR in their strength training, though, it certainly does. It also applies to the average person who may just want to get into some athletic hobbies, and that's a lot of people. Things like training for a half marathon or joining a martial arts gym or a climbing gym or a hiking club. These sorts of things are really popular, and they can be a great way to maintain a healthy lifestyle. They can help keep you active. They can help keep you more accountable. They can be a great way to make friends that share the same interests. It's all really good stuff. But regardless of what you might want to get into, it's really hard to overstate just how useful a good base of general fitness is. So for example, if walking a few miles leaves your feet sore and, leaves you out of breath, and a set of squats leaves you nauseous, and a set of push-ups makes you sore for days, then anything you do physically is going to be way harder than it needs to be. And you're going to be more likely to get injured and less likely to stick with it. But if you slowly built up and you got to the point where you could comfortably do, a few hard sets of push-ups, pull-ups, and squats each day, and then you got really good at them, and then you combine that with something like 10,000 steps a day or some easy daily cardio, then anything you wanted to do physically is going to become way easier and way less risky. If you wanted to train for your first half marathon, it's probably going to be no problem. If you wanted to go on a backpacking trip with your friends, you're going to be just fine. If you wanted to get into jiu-jitsu, you're going to be way better off. And this is why I love the idea of a daily minimum or physiological hygiene, which, of course, it's going to look different for everyone, but setting a minimum target of physical activity that you can do daily that is sustainable and recoverable, and those are key points to making this work. But something that you can slowly and steadily expand upon and get better at, it's so useful and it's so effective. And when being in shape is just your baseline and not some rare special state that you occasionally pass through, anything you want to do physically becomes easier, more enjoyable, and less risky. So build your base, raise the floor. I hope that makes sense. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.